Right. Let's put a framing device here. Every so often, I have random days where my brain just doesn't feel like working. It's just like, no, not doing anything. You're gonna slob out. You're gonna do fuck all. Part of it is because I am incredibly lazy and work shy, but sometimes my brain just doesn't feel like doing anything. So I tried doing some maths work, and it was about as impenetrable as a concrete fucking block. So I slobbed out for a bit, thought, right, I'll try and get some battles done. I haven't actually added to the normal numbered battles in a while. I've just been doing .5s for like the last month. So there you go. I had a couple of weird battles, and I don't know, they were interesting, I suppose. Anyway, this first one is against Atomic Walrus. I'm leading off with Cobalion. This is the Roost Poison Hill Gliscor team that to you guys will be ancient, but to me is still pretty recent. But thanks to the massive special defense investment I have, I am able to sponge that Fire Blast, and I'm just going to get up Stealth Rocks. Now, I was thinking since it's a lead, it might have Stealth Rocks itself, but I kind of wanted to keep Cobalion around. I'm pretty sure he had a spinner, what was it, in Hitmontop, so I didn't want to just, waste Cobalion. Because all he has to do is spin it away once, and then it's wasted. So I go to Empoleon, because I can probably just knock off on this thing, see what its gig is, I don't know, get a couple of schools going, blah. So I go knock off, and I knock off its Life Orb, is he going to U-turn out? Empoleon, the main problem with Empoleon is it's kind of restricted a bit. It hasn't really got, yeah, it can knock off, yeah, it can scald, but the amount of things, the amount of applications it has is really limited. So, yeah, it can sit there till the cows come home, but it can't do anything while it sits there. Anyway, in comes a Hitmontop. I don't want to stay around for a Rapid Spin, so I'm going to switch out and I'm going to go to Chandelure. And, he does go for a Rapid Spin, fair dues, okay. And, I'm just going to go for a Trick, because I figured he'd Sucker Punch, and I'll be like, ha-ha, bitch, no Sucker Punching for you. So now I get me some lovely lefties, he's stuck on Sucker Punch, and I can do whatever I want. So I think, well, I need Poison Heal on Gliscor, let's go to Gliscor. So I'm going to go to Gliscor, as I've said. Surprisingly, he actually stays in and Sucker Punches, which seemed kind of confusing to me, because I would have figured he'd at least want to... Well, I guess it's so early in the battle, he can't really predict what I'm going to, but I would have at least made an effort. He's stuck on a move that he can't do anything with, so... Yeah, I'm going to Gliscor, I get my Poison Heal activated, and I'm just going to go for a safe Toxic, hit whatever the hell feels like coming in. And what feels like coming in is a Deoxys D, which is just landing that Toxic is fan-fucking-tastic, so... Whoopee. So Deoxys D is pretty crippled at this point. I'm going to go for a Taunt. I kind of want to see what its gig is. And it's actually going to outspeed me and go for a Taunt. So I'm like, right. So probably no defense investment, max HP, max speed maybe, or a lot of speed. I don't know. I'm just ballparking. But I am going to switch it out and I'm going to go to Cobalion because I have Taunt and I will outspeed the Deoxys D because I am max speed jolly. So yeah, I can't do anything to him, but at the end of the day, well, what's he going to do? Kill me? I'll live. So I'm just going to go for a Taunt, screw over the Deoxys Ds, he goes for another layer of spikes, and now because Toxic is really kicking him in the bollocks, I don't know what his item is, but yeah, I am just going to go for a T-Wave, predicting the switch, because if he kills me, he dies, so whatever. So he's going to go into Rachi as I T-Wave, and I hit the Rachi, and I don't see any item, and Scarf Rachi is such a bitch. I was thinking maybe it's Scarf Rachi. Maybe. I'd go with that. So working on that basis, I can think, oh, Gliscor, come here and laugh in its face. So I do. I go to Gliscor. He gets paralyzed. He is going to switch next turn. I actually get quite a bit of hacks on the opponents in these two matches. So yeah, he's just going to switch out. He's going to go and do Oh So Horny as I go for a Toxic. And I'm thinking, I was looking at it thinking, wait, the way he brought that in, okay, yeah, I'm sure he's just trying to get the Toxic, but maybe he has Ice Punch. So I looked on Therapy. Heracross doesn't get Ice Punch. I was like, okay, it's probably got Stone Edge then. So I'll just Roost, just, tell him to fuck off. I've got Roost. He isn't killing me unless he gets a crit. So that's exactly what I do. He's just going to go for a Stone Edge as I go Roost. And then, I don't know why, but he runs at 6 against 6. Now, I don't know about you, but maybe people still think Roost Toxic Heal Gliscor is banned? I don't know. I don't really get that, you know. People need to understand that you are allowed to trade between black and white, and black to white too. Yeah. It is legal, it can be done, it is no one's fucking well, smart is an overstatement for me, but no one's sensible enough to use the fucking thing. I've systematically proved, like, a good number of times that it's very good. Very, very good. Anyway, this next match is against a bloke called Solomon, and he did make the good point that Atomic Walrus might have just, you know, run out of time and had to go leave and do something, but he didn't want to DC. I mean, at least he did run, so I have a decent amount of respect for that. Anyway, his team's looking kind of funky. I don't really know. But, yeah, this match was slightly peculiar, because a couple of weird things happen. You'll see as we get into it. He is going to lead off with a 4E, as I lead off with my Cobalion as per usual, because Cobalion's just good. It's just good. So, he's going to try and do the normal 4E thing of setting up spikes. I would have thought he'd want Stealth Rocks up first, but I believe his Heatran is for that gig. So, yeah, I'm just going to go Taunt, just to say, yeah, you ain't setting shit up. I know he probably had Rapid Spin, but I kind of wanted Stealth Rocks up at one point. You know, just 'cause Stealth Rocks would be very nice. Unfortunately, this man was having the days that all Pokemon players have, where hacks just goes against you constantly. You know, you get para-haxes across the board, everything misses, nothing's going your way. He was, yeah, sort of knee-deep in one of them days. So, he is going to switch into, what is it, a Jellicent, I believe? Yeah, it was Jellicent, and I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to T-Wave him, because, yeah, why not? I don't really care if Cobalion gets burned, I would rather just, yeah, screw this Jellicent over. But he gets Para-Hacks, I'm assuming he went for a Wisp or a Scald, and I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go to Empoleon, because Empoleon just doesn't care in the slightest. When comes Empoleon, he's going to get Para-Hacked again. I'm going to go for a knockoff, get rid of his lefties. I believe does he break through this turn? Yeah, I go knockoff. I break through, I misses, there you go. So, what's that? Yeah, that's the third time, or the third bit of hacks in a row. Get Parahax, there's 4. 4 is still going. Here I pity him and start sleep talking. Still paralyzed. And then I believe it's next turn he finally breaks through his Hax barrier and does get a Will-O-Wisp off. But as I've already shown, with Sleep Talk, I have rest. I don't care. But it was just sort of, you know, the concept of getting Parahaxed 4 times and missing a Wisp once. So yeah, 6th time is the charm. And sorry about the glare, fucking sun. That rotten bellend sitting up in the sky thinking he's all that. Ugh. Anyway, I really don't have anything to do. I'm gonna just knock off. So that's the main point, as I was saying earlier. Empoleon just doesn't really have much to do. I mean, I put Toxic on it, but then it's, well, I might do, we'll see. I kind of like knockoff though. It's quite useful in some cases. Anyway, I'm just going to rest just to go, ha, and he gets Parahaxed again! It never ends for this poor man. So, yeah, I believe one of us is going to switch here. Pretty sure. Yeah, he's going to switch out. He's obviously had enough. He's going to go into his 4E. Which, it's fair enough. He's seen I'm not doing anything. I just sat there. I didn't, you know, I wasn't going to get anywhere by using knockoff or Scald, so I didn't bother clicking Sleep Talk. In goes the 4E, and he is going to get a layer of spikes or Rapid Spin, whatever. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't have Rapid Spin, but I don't know. It seemed kind of iffy because the 4E was a lead, and I've used 4E before. I never put it in the lead spot unless it's the suicide lead. Because otherwise, you're sacking your Rapid Spinner, and it's just like, that wasn't very helpful. Anyway, I'm just going to taunt him here just to say, no, you're not going to set up any more entry hazards. Gliscor doesn't care. Now, I was worried that he would have rapid spin, so I believe I go into Chandelure here, just to, once again say, no, not letting you do it. Yeah, in comes Chandelure. And he's just gonna go Gyro Ball, get a bit of damage on me. It's just like, whatever, I don't really care. Here, I know he has the Heatran, because I'm thinking of turfing out Chandelure just because Heatran walls it so just, in every way. So I just go Trick just to make, because I wanted to see what item he's got, and he has lefties. So, now I have a lefty Chandelure, and he has a Scarf Heatran. And since he has had a lefties Heatran, I'm assuming it was the bulky, raw, protecting, gay, lame one. So there you go. I am going to switch out and go to, Zam, I guess, because I was thinking, well, depending on what he does, if he goes Stealth Rocks or whatever, I get to set up a sub, and I get to Psychic things, Focus Blast things, kill things, So I go into Zam, and he's going to go Roar, and it's like, okay, in comes Chandelure again. I'm like, right, since he's locked into fucking Roar, I'm going to go Shadow Ball, and at least try and get some damage on this damn thing. Because I don't know, it's better than anything else. So that's what I do. I'm going to go Shadow Ball as he goes Raw, and then fortunately I get knocked back into Zam, and it's like, thanks game, that's nice and helpful there. So now I'm just going to go Focus Blast just to try and hit this stupid Heatran and get rid of it. Just solve the problem, but he's going to make the smart play and go into Jellicent. It's just like, because it wasn't a bad game, it was just sort of sluggish, especially with the slow start and the fact that he was having the extraordinaire of bad luck. But there you go. So in comes Jelly, and I'm just like, bleh, I'm going to sub, see what he wants to do. I don't know what kind of jelly he is. But as a sub, he's going to go Hex. I'm like, oh, it's that Jelly. I think Nightstorm made a Life Orb Hex Jelly at one point. I think. I could be wrong. I don't remember. I know he did make a Life Orb Hex Jelly at one point. Like I say, my brain isn't really engaged at the moment. I'm just sort of muddling through this. Because I haven't really added to my massive backlog in a while, so I might try and get some more battles done and just add to it. That's all it's really there for. The 0.5 was meant to be the good shit, the funny shit I wanted to show. New teams, all that crap. The backlog, the general normal numbers stuff is generally basically just to pad it out. Just so if I randomly, I don't know, go into a coma, or my DS just blows up in sheer frustration, or I blow up my DS in sheer frustration, whatever happens, at least I'll have like a 60 battle backlog just to cushion it, really. So there you go. That's why this backlog's there. Either way, went off track. 4E is there. I schooled it. He rapid spins. I'm like, fuck. I need Cobalion back in. He's gonna, sit there setting up spikes. I'm like, right, I need another schooled so I can try and get rid of this thing. I'm gonna Sleep Talk. I get another schooled, and I get a burn. That's pretty fucking lucky. Not gonna lie. So he is going to set up another air spikes, and I'm like, well, okay, yeah, understandable. I really need a spinner on this team, I really do. It's getting a bit dumb now, but I don't really like any of the spinners you can get. I don't know. I will figure something out. And he doesn't really want to sack 4E, so he's going to switch into a Starmie. And I schooled, and surprisingly enough, I get a bird, and he's just like, well, bollocks. I'm like, Just get the hacks out of the way now, man. Eventually, by the end of the week, karma will even itself out and it'll be fine. That's generally how it works for me. You get like a shit ton of awful, really terrible hacks, and then after a while, karma's like, nah, I think I've done enough. Bloody karma. Thinks it's all that. Ugh. Anyway, he's going to switch back into 4 as I go knockoff, trying to screw over that Starmie. And, 4E is now going to die, because I can school it, and it will die, and hooray! So, thank God for that. So before he got, what is that, 2 layers of spikes overall, spun away my stealth rocks. It's a bit blare, but I'll deal. I'll be cool. So there you go, I scored it, and it is going to die. And then he's going to go back into Starmie once again, because I believe he wanted to recover and get his health back. But I'm still just going to knock off his life orb. So, yeah, we're sort of just plodding through this game. It's not like insane predictions, it's just like mashing buttons that make sense at the moment. So he is going to recover as I go for my knockoff. And then I'm thinking, okay, Starmie, I randomly thought, maybe, you know, Cobalion max special defense, maybe. He'll be cool, he can tank a T-Bolt, tank a Scald, or Surf, whatever, and then get Stealth Rocks up, and since he has no Spinner, I'll be good to go. So I go into Cobalion, he's going to go Thunderbolt, and oh my giddy aunt, he gets a Paracrit. Well, it's about time. See? Karma's thinking about it, he's thinking about letting him go. But here I'm thinking, okay, I am max special defense, maybe Cobalion could live a whatever he's going to go for. But no, he's going to go for a Scald, Cobalion's going to die. I suppose you could debate whether his hacks was actually, you know, impeded him as opposed to that hacks, because as you will see, losing Stealth Rocks actually, well, I hesitate to say it mattered. It was a pain in the arse, but for the amount of hacks he's gotten over the course of this game, I think it's a pretty fair trade. Anyway, I'm going to go back into Empoleon, because I had a look, and it's like, if he has Ice Beam, I can't really kill him. Hooray! Because Chandelure isn't quick enough, because whenever I use Chandelure, I always trick its Scarf away so friggin' quickly, it's stupid. I trick it, it's like, why did I trick its Scarf away? Anyway, I knew I could take a couple of T-Bolts. I really have no clue what's going on. I need to think of a plan. Brain is trying to engage at this point. I'm like, I need a way out of this. What am I gonna do? I see Zam. I'm like, maybe I can go to Zam and encore the Starmie. Yeah. And I can go into Mence, DD up, and sweep for no apparent reason. And I thought, wait, Jellicent has Wisp. That's not gonna work. Heatran has Roar and Lava Plume. That's not really gonna work. But I go to Zam anyway because I haven't got anything better to do. I don't take that very well at all. And I'm just gonna go Encore because I can. And then I don't know what happened, but something. If you remember when I used this team a long time ago, Alakazam was he was one of my least favourite guys on this team because he never pulled his weight, he always died. But today, something clicked in Zam's head. He randomly figured out that he is a very, very powerful Pokemon, and that he is packing a fucking Life Orb, and he is Timid Max Speed. And he actually does quite well. Here, I'm literally sacking him. I'm saying, you can have the Zam, I don't care. I will set up on the Heatran. So he's going to go Protect to see what I'm going to do. And I go Psychic. I'm just saying, yeah, go for it. Go on. Kill me. I ain't got anything better to do. And he's actually going to switch back into Starmie. I'm like, right, okay, that's interesting. And I go Psychic on the Starmie, and because Zam has, you know, the cog is shifted in his head, he kicks its ass. He's going to 2-hit KO it. I was like, what the hell's going on, Zam? What are you doing? For like every other battle apart from this one, you've been complete shit, and then suddenly you start doing things. God. So in comes Heatran. I'm sure he's thinking I'm going to keep going Psychic. No, I pop a Focus Blast in his face. And I would really love to say that from this point on, Zam's swept the guy. But unfortunately I can't, because Heatran lives on 7. But still, when you consider Zam's work rate beforehand, I think he did quite fucking well. So, well done, Zam. You died, but whatever. And then I realised, wait, I still have Chandelure. So I go into Chandelure, and here was my game plan. I was going to trick the Scarf away from the Heatran as he sacks it, and then I was going to go Shadow Ball and run into things. However, unfortunately, my plan was stupid, and he's going to go into his Jellicent, and I give it some leftovers. I'm like, the disadvantage of knockoff. So there you go. Now I have to Shadow Ball. I need to get this thing down. what it effectively boils down to, my game plan was like, right, if I get Ments in, Ments should be able to clean up most of his team. I don't remember what most of his team was, but I should be able to clear it up. So that's kind of what I was going for. So from that amount of health, I looked at it, I thought, Ments could probably kill it. Let's go, Ments. Come on, Dragon Rush it, Dragon Rush it. And to my surprise, Ments hits again. I don't think he's missed a Dragon Rush since I, started using him. I've said that now, he'll fucking miss next battle, but there you go. But I do Dragon Rush, I do kill the Jellicent, and I was like, well done, Ments. Everyone's sort of vaguely done okay. Okay. I mean, Gliscor is usually star of the show, because he's fucking Gliscor, he just doesn't care. But, everyone's sort of done alright, not too bad, not too great, but not too bad. So in comes this Smeargle, and the way he brought it in, I was like, maybe he's scarfed. No, I'm going to Gliscor. Going to Gliscor, don't really care. Because I was a little bit shifty, I was very suspicious of this Smeargle. I don't know why, but suddenly my brain started hatching all kinds of diabolical plans that Smeargle was planning. Maybe it was a scarf set that I'm pretty sure... Wait, what? Who used that scarf set? I can't remember who used the scarf set first. I know I've seen the scarf set ages ago, but it was really good and it sort of stuck. Thinking maybe he's doing that. Maybe he's a sub-belly drum thing. Yeah. So he's going to switch out. He's going to go sack his Heatran as I go taunt. I'm like, okay, you're going to have to Lava Plume. I don't really give a crap what you do, mate. But still, that Smeargle was just, I couldn't figure it out. I just, what's his plan? So I EQ, and I kill the Heatran, and he's going to bring it back into the Gliscor. I was like, what are you doing? And literally, I'm not kidding, okay, because he brought it into the Ments first, and then the Gliscor, my mind literally said, maybe the Smeargle has Ice Beam. And I switched to Empoleon, and he Shell Smashes, and I face desk just, unbelievably. And then, for no apparent reason, I don't even go back to Gliscor. I could have gone back to the Gliscor and Earthquaked it, and it would have been fine. But no, I stay in, and I sleep talk. I don't know what happened. My brain has just ran away somewhere. It had better things to do, quite obviously. I could have gone back to Gliscor, because the last poke he had was Zam, right? If that was Sash, then okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's going to Baton Pass, and he's going to go to a Zam, and he's going to sweep me. Just because I don't know why. I randomly thought the Smeargle would have Ice Beam. Why would he have Ice Beam? I don't know. Someone please explain this to me, because it made sense in my head at the time. Oh well. So yeah, he's gonna win. Good game at Solomon. Don't know why you ran Atomic Walrus. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my dinner, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of music on to end it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!
You know perfectly well what I'm talking about, Colin.
No, I don't, because I'm not listening to you, because you're being so negative at the moment.
I'm the only one who's trying to be fucking positive. You just keep fucking...
Then why do you have to use such foul language if you're supposed to be so positive?
Because I'm fucking angry!
Well, I can understand you're angry. It's because you're disappointed in yourself, because you can't play the guitar
properly.
properly.
I'm not fucking disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in you fuckers.
Shut up! You stupid pretend pop star.
I'm going off to write some poetry.
Every fucking person I ever fucking play with is always the fucking same. Fucking aggravation.
Well, maybe...
Foul language,
have you ever thought,
language.
Oh, fuck off!